Welcome to this complete performance episode of Mythbusters Fitness Edition. The purpose of this and other videos are to shine light on all of the information out there. Because the reality is there's so much information that comes out every day that it can be overwhelming and confusing. So my goal is to break down some of that information, to lay out the facts, to help you see the truth of what's going to help you better lose fat, better build muscle, and to find the best strategy for you. On a scale of 1 to 10, how much do you like the food you're eating this week? 1 being absolute dislike, and 10 being the best food you've ever had. Personally, I'd give this week an 8 or a 9 for us. But this week I heard from a client who feels she just can't fall in love with the foods she prepares for herself. She can't even fall in love with the foods that she buys and picks up for herself. I just don't love chicken like I love pizza, she said. These videos are all about the truth. So here's the honest response that I gave her. You will never like chicken like you like pizza. It's comparing apples and oranges. They're two completely different things. Pizza and chicken don't come from the same family. But beyond that, you're always going to have your favorite foods. You always have food that hits the spot a little bit better than others. And that's okay. It isn't because the chicken is healthy that you don't like it as much as pizza. It's because you love pizza. But that doesn't mean you should stop eating chicken because it just doesn't hit the spot like pizza. Healthy food doesn't have to taste bad. In fact, it can actually taste really great. You just need to find the right combinations and styles and adjustments to those foods you love that fit your palate and better hit the spot. So here's what I recommend to my clients when I'm shifting them from less healthy options to more nutrient-dense foods. Number 1, know your must-haves. Know the foods you just can't live without. I've had clients who think it's crazy that I'm asking them to tell me their cheat meals. The foods that they binge out and they pig out on. Because I want to know them. Because I don't want to take those out of your life. I want to leave them in and help you find a way to incorporate healthier options with those things that you do love so that you enjoy and love the food that you eat. You also need to know the foods that you turn to when you're stressed or you're tired. The ones you turn to for cheat meals. The ones that you just keep in the cupboard because you can't just not keep them in the cupboard. Keeping a list of your must-have items, it better assists you to say no to those foods. Say no to the foods that you don't really need or really want. Be specific when you're making your list. So it's not just all pizza, but maybe it's pizza from 1 or 2 specific places, a specific flavor or topping on your pizza. Also, don't let this be a never-ending list. Don't just start writing out all the bad foods you love for yourself. Do your best to keep this list to 3 to 5 items. The second thing that I tell my clients is to keep a recommended food list. Ask your coach or do some research on a recommended food list. I provide all of my clients with a recommended food list. So if you're stuck and searching for one, respond to this video and let me know and I'll shoot one your way. Individualize that list to your own needs. Add items or brands you enjoy and eliminate items you know you'll never eat because you don't like them. Break it down into different categories: proteins, carbs, fats, fruits, veggies. You could have other things like dressings and toppings on there. Use this as a tool for when you're modifying some of your favorite less healthy dishes into healthier ones. These lists present a list of ingredients to help keep you on track. It lays everything out right in front of you. Healthy options that you can easily sub in for those less healthy options of your favorite dishes. It's a tool. It gives you the items right in front of you so you don't have to create the list by yourself. Number 3, do your research. Today it's rare that somebody has not found a healthy substitute for your favorite dish. Spend some time doing research. Sit down, get on your computer, and hit the Google search. Use specific keywords like healthy, clean, simple, crockpot, lower carb or calorie, or even fresh. I found incredible recipes for pizza, spaghetti, Chipotle bowls, cakes, bars, plenty of others that simply substitute out certain ingredients, modify them a little bit, make them more fat loss friendly, but taste great. Spend some time doing this and don't just rush through. For my own experience, the first recipe isn't always the best. The one that comes up first doesn't always guarantee to be the best one. Look over the ingredients. Look over how long it takes to prepare. Review things before really making a decision. Take a look at the reviews. Number 4, get comfortable experimenting. It doesn't matter how much research you do. Sometimes the recipe you make just turns out bad. Other times you make a mistake and it turns out better than you could have ever imagined. This week I tried a new chicken marinade. I followed the instructions to an online recipe, but about midway through the marinade prep, I found out I was missing some of the ingredients. I was short on them. So I swapped out a few ingredients for others and modified the original recipe. It became an experiment. I was mixing and matching spices that I thought were comparable to the ones recommended by the recipe. As the chicken cooked, I was nervous. If it sucks, we both have to eat it for the entire week. Or we throw it out and that's a waste of money and time. The chicken turned out great. It probably wouldn't have turned out as well if I didn't experiment and swap some things in and out. I would have been short on ingredients and the chicken would have turned out dry and tasteless. Teach yourself to adjust and adapt in the kitchen. You'll have weeks where things go incredibly well and others where it just isn't your best. Learn from those weeks. Learn from things that go really well for you. Learn from recipes that you wish you had more flavor. You wish the texture was different. You wish you used a different item. Learn from it. It's an experiment in the kitchen. Number 5, buy the complete cookbook. Yeah, it's a little bit of a selfish plug. Sometimes you just need to invest in some assistance. Not too long ago, I put together a cookbook that helps simplify the meal planning process. There are recipes for however much time or whatever kitchen utensils you're looking to use. There are also plenty of your favorite classic dishes that are modified and made into healthier options. Head over to the website linked in this video or in my bio and grab your copy. You won't regret it. Here's the hard, honest truth about healthy foods. The real reason it doesn't taste good is because you tell yourself it won't taste good. The food tastes great and it's different from what you're traditionally used to, and yes, there's some adjustment. But when you're eating chicken thinking about how you only wish you had pizza, that chicken will never compare no matter how great it is. You can't compare apples to oranges or expect a healthier dish to taste the same as its unhealthy counterpart. They're made from different ingredients. They're prepared in a different way. They're not the same. Every dish is unique, but that doesn't mean you shouldn't love what you eat. If you want to know why I love food and what it does for me, check out the blog 8 Reasons Why I Love Food. And you should too, to find out what food can do for you on a physical, emotional, and relational level. Thanks for checking out this episode of Mythbusters, and I hope you feel more confident in your ability to create in the kitchen, to love food,